To continue the conversation from yesterday, I made reference to things, two things being true at the same time. I made reference to a scriptural passage that talked about those that were chosen to go and take a look at the land that they were supposed to take dominion over, and how, although the set of people that went were going to the same land, they saw something different. And it was based on perspective. And what is transpiring now in our world space is two things happening at the same time, two things being true at the same time, or maybe three, but several things are able to be true at the same time. And you have to decide which side of the polar opposite end you want to be on. Now, there are natural laws and spiritual laws that are governing everything that we do. And I don't know if I've talked this high level in the spiritual aspect during this 100 days of exceptional, but if you followed me for quite some time, you'll know that I am a God girl. And I mean God in all the sense of who He is. And from a scriptural reference, I also believe heavily and have watched things manifest in my life based on certain principles, even when ordinarily or normally it may not have been what would happen. And I believe those things occurred because of understanding spiritual laws. And as we are moving, living, and having our being in today's times, in the economic climate that we're in, as we're experiencing this economic shift, there are still spiritual things that are true. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. I am a business consultant and mindset coach. If you listen to me until the end of my shares, each of my 100 days, I talk about who I am, and I never leave off the mindset aspect. Many of you who are my clients who are listening in remember me talking about your mind has a lot to do with your money and everything else in it. And what I want to say is what is going to transpire is going to be based on your belief. And although some absolutely amazing things will happen during this time, there will be things occurring on the polar opposite. But this is how I feel. I feel that someone has to stand in their personal power to be able to bring other people along. If everyone is focusing on the opposite end of the scale, then who is there to lead anybody out? And so many of you are called in this time, even with your business, to be a light, to be a resource, to be a guide for those who are tapped in, for those who really say they're in the faith, for those who say that they are believers, to be a guide and a light for them. And I wanted to double back on that for today because I know how important it is. I actually happened to see just a stream of people talking about everything that was going wrong. And I know that things are happening, but where you put your energy is going to determine how you sustain and how you thrive. And I understand that because I am a believer. This is for those who say they're believers and they're in the faith. I understand scripturally what it says, right? How we can speak to mountains and, things can be removed. And I believe that God has given us power to do certain things when we are in alignment. And so on today, I wanted to extend to you my personal power, transferring my energy to you, helping you to understand that there is a purpose for you to continue to shine your light, for you to continue to be a guide, for you to continue to be a resource, because there are people who are going to be drawing near. There are people who are on the same trajectory and they're looking for your leadership. That is my take on today. I'm Tanya Wilson, also known as the Growth Strategist, business consultant, and mindset coach. I help women just like you. Here we go, right? Step into their personal power, scale their business, and create lifestyles they love. If you're looking for added support in your business in this season, you can go to renewfullcircle.com. A few places that I'll mention that you may want to check into. Of course, you can decide what is best for you to enroll into. But this is Academy for Women in Business. It's a 12-month opportunity for you to work with me. It is a hybrid learning environment. It is self-paced, or self-study, where you go through the modules on your own, and every month you coach with me live to give you the added support and advice that you need as it relates to what you have learned inside the academy. It is the opportunity for you to transition your brand to premium. People are still buying premium in this season. There's branding, marketing, email marketing. There's a Get Your Money, Get Your Mindset course, which is basic budgeting and financial freedom. There is leadership, relationship. It is a full circle growth track for women in business. It focuses on soft skills as well. And then there's a complimentary clarity call where you can hop on a call with me, find some clarity about where you are, and then decide what the best way is for me to support you. And then I guess the next best thing to mention would probably be a premium power hour, because you can get business questions answered during that time. You can get a strategy for your business, maybe a client attraction strategy, marketing strategy, one strategy during that time frame. And the premium power hours are redeemable for more premium long-term offers. So if you choose to schedule a more long-term opportunity with me, you can subtract what you spent on the personal hour. There are terms for that. Not all offers apply, but many of them do. That is my take. I want to continue the conversation from yesterday. I made reference